That's the shirt you're going with, huh?
Yeah, it's a family-focused video, right?
The Lutsen 99er is an iconic off-road endurance bike race in the Sawtooth Mountains of northern Minnesota, overlooking majestic Lake Superior. It's unique in that it's not quite a gravel race, but likewise, it's not quite a mountain bike race either. And every year, this lifetime event, this Leadville 100 qualifier, draws thousands from around the US and the globe to problem solve this unique and challenging course.
So Lutsen is kind of a surprise for me. This is my first year doing it field-wise. I really don't know who's here. Like, I don't know who the fast mountain bikers are. It's something new and exciting for me, and I'm nervous, but like, Lutsen's just beautiful. So if the day doesn't go well, like, okay, cool. I'm probably gonna learn something from it. If it goes well, awesome. I'm not someone who's winning a lifetime race. I'd love to, but that's just not me currently. I pulled the plug for mental reasons more than physical reasons.
Hey Chase, how was your day out here at Unbound 200?
It was good till it wasn't. Both Drew and I ended up in the early breakaway. It may have been too many people. There was about 30 of us. And then, yeah, I just wasted too many matches early on. And then, yeah, once I was dropped at mile 100, I just my headspace was not in the right spot, and I ended up pulling the plug because I just wanted to get back into Emporia and hang out with my baby and hang out at the finish line instead of bake myself in the sun. And Unbound, in my eyes, I went to bed Friday night thinking or knowing Unbound was already successful. I got interviewed by Ben Delaney, made it on his YouTube channel. Trey Shepard, built by Trey. We did an interview, that went well. I had a viral reel. I was on the cover of Escape Collective, Cycling News, several cycling magazines. So to my sponsors, unless I would have won the race, I think my bike got the most publicity it possibly could.
I think like just seeing him have that, spot in social media was just really cool to watch. And it was, obviously awesome to have our brand name out there, have our bottles on there. But like at the end of the day, like we support Chase and who he is, and it was really cool to see him have that light shone on him.
Yeah, I mean, connecting with people and meeting people, that's really important for myself. I'm pretty introverted, so when I say it's tiring for me to go to the expo, it's more mental than physical, but I really, really enjoy it. It's like riding a bike. You kind of get tired, but you love riding your bike, so you're not gonna ride your bike. For me to recharge from that, it's like, I just wanna get back to the house, get back home, see my wife, see my kid. Wout coming into my life and Abigail's life, it made me realize like what loving a human to the fullest extent is. Like, I love my wife, but you don't really realize how much you can love someone till you have a child. So that was like the biggest eye-opener for me. And then from like a life perspective, he's almost 3 months old, so every week is changing, and sometimes I'm putting more energy towards how can I support Abigail. Now there's more energy just being spent with Wout where like I can help him. I feel like I'm living life like full throttle, or just like I thought my life was busy before I had a kid, and then the kid comes in and it's like, okay, from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, I'm doing something, whether it's hanging out with him, biking, training, coaching, event directing.
He does everything in his power to spend time with his family. He will do whatever it might be, staying up super late to get to our parents or moving his bike rides around just to spend more time with our families. He really does spend a lot of time like trying to work with us on the timing of, we're gonna have Christmas dinner at this time, so he'll wake up at 4 a.m. sometimes and get his 5-hour bike ride in, and what he does for the family to continue his biking and for us to continue having our normal, like he does do a lot to make that happen.
My mom and dad were really good role models for growing up, and like if I could be half the dad my dad was to me, like, I mean, he was so supportive of hockey. Like, you look back and like he brought me to hockey practice every single day in the summer, and it was 45 minutes one way, and like, he would get back from work, pick me up, drive me, we would get back like 8-9 p.m. and then he's up at 3:30, 4 o'clock to drive to his work again. And I look back at that, I'm like, that's crazy. Like, he never got 8 hours of sleep. Like, I would probably be whining to my wife if that happened. It makes me realize like my family was really selfless, and they're still really selfless when it comes to supporting my dreams and my goals. They're always helping me with bike racing stuff. Yeah, I mean, every time I go out on a bike ride, I feel like, what the heck am I doing? There's our kid at home, and Abigail's being the sole caretaker for him, and it even though bike racing is my job, I still struggle with wrapping my head around I'm going out on a bike ride while Abigail has to watch this newborn, I guess not newborn anymore, but our baby all by herself, and if she needs help, I'm not there to help her, which makes me feel really bad, especially if I come home and she's like, this or that happened and it was really hard, and then you bring that to the extreme of this bike trip. I've been away from her for 72 hours, and yeah, it's been a super fun trip, but pretty much every hour of the day, besides when I'm not racing, I've been thinking of like, I hope Abigail's doing okay. I hope Wout's doing okay. I hope Wout remembers me when I get back, because I don't know how long a baby's memory lasts. And I know Abigail's with her family right now, which helps me ease that thought a little bit. And Abigail's been busy with friends and everything, so I know she hasn't just been sitting around. But yeah, it's always hard for me to kind of feel like, am I doing this right? Like, should I even be doing bike racing? But then I think of like, man, if I was at a 9-to-5 job, I would actually be away from my family more. So I'm pretty fortunate to have event directing and bike racing be my job, because I actually do get to spend more time with my family, even though when I do leave, I'm not at a crummy 9-to-5 job. I'm out having fun on a bike, or I'm out on a trip.
Wout's gonna grow up and be like, my dad races bikes for his job, and he puts on bike events for his job. That's pretty cool, I think.
Okay.
So then the weights.
Yeah. I've learned in the past it's easier just to like push this one first and the other one second.
Yeah, this one first. Actually, it's gonna be one of those double tall types, but
It's gonna be the one that dubs.
since Unbound, we had a couple chill days. I took 5 days off the bike. Since I pulled out of Unbound, I didn't take a full week off. And then after 5 days off, I actually ended up switching coaches. So I've been doing like a new training philosophy lately. I won't be able to tell if that's been working or not for probably a couple months, hopefully Gravel Worlds or Gravel Nationals. Ben Delaney ended up coming to town. JP also ended up coming to town. So we ended up doing a Gravel Nationals course preview video. It's not released yet, but I think Ben will whip up something good together. And then later that week was the hot dish, which Thursday and Friday I was helping Zach. Abigail and I ended up cooking 12 pounds of hot dish and made 12 platters or pans, sheets of hot dish together. And then I got 4 hours of sleep, I think, that night. And then I ended up winning the hot dish, which I've never been able to ride in one of my own gravel events. So that was really cool to go race and then be able to just like experience what the hot dish is like. And then this past week, we went up to Abigail's parents. Abigail had a bachelorette party, so this was my first time watching Wout. Everything went actually surprisingly pretty good. And then this week I've just been ripping around on the Lauf, which is the mountain bike, just to get used to it for the Lutsen 99er now. To 15 of us maybe that made it over the initial climb, and for me that was too big of a group to feel like I'd be safe in the double track. Even if I was second wheel, I didn't want to have to be continually fighting people for position. So I sent an attack and we entered the double track down to 4 of us. It was me, John Westling, Emil, who's a former pro roadie from Canada, and then there was a guy in a white skin suit who was super strong, but he ended up having some mechanical issues, so we never saw him again. And then, so there's 3 of us from mile 15 onwards. We worked really well together. Emil did a lot of the pulling. He was on a drop bar bike. I'm out 50-ish on Heartbreak Hill. We were close to cracking John, and then a few miles later, we ended up dropping him, and then it was just me and Emil. I started wondering how will I get away from Emil, just with how strong he was. I never felt on my limit or over my limit, but I was also like, okay, if I try to break away, he'll be able to get into my draft and like this double track's not gnarly enough where I could use the full suspension bike to get away. Maybe I could, but shortly after it would become smooth again, so I thought he would be able to chase back on. I knew there was maybe some double track or snowmobile trail at the end, so I was like, maybe I just put all my eggs in that basket. Yeah, I didn't know how I was gonna get away from him.
Yeah, I think there's...
Have a hug.
Hell yeah.
哦，
Hello.
Did you win?
I ended up winning.
Heck yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was super freaking hard. But yeah,
Really?
my first mountain bike race. Yeah, I'm really glad I did it. First ever win racing a mountain bike.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm
So
proud of you.
I think I'm gonna quit doing gravel racing now.
Okay, I love you.
Yeah, I love you too. I hope the baby shower is going well.
It is.
Okay, I'll let you go.
Goodbye.
Win some prizes for us, okay?
I'm losing badly.
I love you. Tell Loud I say hi.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I will.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.
The win today was kind of a new belief in myself. Like, that's one thing. I'm doing all these local races, and I say local, but this race has almost 2,000 people, and it attracts people from all over the country. It's a lifetime event, biggest race in Minnesota. So I wanted to come into this race confident, but not cocky, that I could maybe win. So to kind of prove to myself that, like, yeah, I can do these really big races with really good competition and, you know, be at the front, making moves, winning, I guess.
...2025 overall 99er male champion from Winona, Minnesota, Chase Wark.
It's given me some more confidence after Unbound, because even though, like, I would say that was a successful weekend, the race itself wasn't successful, and that kind of brought me down a rung, and now it's helped bring me back up.